Welcome to RV and Travel Adventures. Recently I came back from a flight to the Bay Area, and I was only there for 4 days. Was it 3 days? 4 days. And I took a cheap airline known as Spirit. And they only allow you to carry on something you can stow under your seat. So that's not your carry-on that you put it over the bin. It's basically just a large, certain size. It has to be thin. It could be a little bit long and a little bit wide, but relatively thin. So it's not a backpack. Definitely not a backpack. So you can't put anything in, or some sort of rolling luggage. You put it on the top. They'll charge you extra. And I wanted to save a little bit of money because it was a short trip. It was a family event, and I decided, hey, let's do something inexpensive. So I just took my Tenba Courier bag, and this Tenba Courier bag has an insert typically in it where I put my camera equipment, and this is usually my second piece of luggage. This is the stuff that I put my backpack on the top and my courier bag underneath. And this is plenty of room for most of my needs. Again, this is my Tenba courier bag. Recently I added this little water bottle on the side because when you're at the airport and you don't want to pay for that $7 soda or $10 soda, you can fill this up with water. So I recently bought this little side piece here to put my water bottles. I bought a water bottle. I bought a red one so I don't lose it so readily. And this fits in there in the molly. My courier bag has little molly areas on the side, so I can stick it on there, and it should be pretty good. And I can lug this again around. I added a little shoulder strap. It's a Timbuk. What is it? Timbuk2? There it is. Timbuk, and then a 2 at the end. It's pretty funny. It's pretty sturdy. I have several of these, and I could put that over my shoulder and travel around here and there. Even if I load this down, which I'm not going to load it down much, and it has a zipper in the back where I can put a laptop if I wanted. Just a bit of advice: clothing doesn't weigh much. Underwear, t-shirts, shirts, a couple extra pants, a couple extra shirts, stuff like that. A sweater, an extra jacket in case it rains, etc., etc. That does not weigh much. What weighs a lot when you're traveling are those electronic items like your laptop. Laptops add a lot of weight, and I just happen to own one of the heaviest laptops in the known universe, a MacBook Pro 16-inch M1, and that weighs a ton. So if I put that in here, all of a sudden my shoulder goes, oh wow, that hurts. Okay, so this goes under the front seat, the seat in front of me while I'm traveling via air. And this is my backpack. It's an REI 40-liter backpack. See, it's a 40-liter backpack. And it has plenty of room in it. There's different brands. Osprey makes an excellent one. REI has different ones. There's a whole range of backpacks that you can buy. But typically, for most travel on airplanes, to fit in the overhead bin, you want something 40 liters. Some people try to get away with 45, 50, 55 liters. But I did a lot of research, and I thought 40 was the perfect size. Okay. One thing I like about this backpack, it has very sturdy and very soft shoulder pads, and it has this little ventilation in the back. Again, I'm not going to be putting links to these products. These are generic ideas that you can run with, and it's all according to your budget. But this is an REI, specifically designed for air travel. Okay, and it has plenty of storage in it. I typically stuff my undies or my socks or my meds in one of these, and I have several of these in different sizes. And they come in black, and they come larger, gigantic size. And you can stuff that in there, in that bag or in the other bag, and compartmentalize the stuff. So hey, that's my underwear and my socks. Those are my meds, and that's my jeans, my pants, my shirts. And on top of it all, on top of everything, always be smart. Put a jacket, a little rain jacket, in case you're going somewhere and it rains. Even when I went to the San Francisco Bay Area this last couple weeks ago, it was raining, so I needed my little rain jacket. And so when I'm standing outside, and I was at a funeral, it was starting to rain, and I needed my rain jacket. So that's how it worked out, okay? So these are my suggestions. Again, when I'm traveling Europe, hopefully in the future, I'm going to be carrying this backpack and just, going from place to place. I convinced my wife when we went to Chihuahua. We drove to the border, dropped off our car at a space that we know the librarian for that city. He said, "Hey, you can park your car in my space here." That was her little business. And then I walked less than a block, 300 feet, and there was the border, and I walked across the border, showed him my passport. "Hey, soy un americano." And then I walked to the bus stop, and I caught a bus. And this is all backpacking. It was only like about 4 blocks. And then from there, I went to Chihuahua. It was about a 2-hour bus ride, and I had a great time. I could do this all over Mexico. I am still able to be bipedal. I don't need to be in a wheelchair, or I don't have issues at this time. Again, the biggest bit of advice I heard from some of my friends is do as much traveling, camping, hiking, cycling, while you can, because as you get older, things become a little more difficult. That's a good word, difficult. So my wife and I are having a big argument right now. We're planning to go to Europe one of these years. We were supposed to go last year, but we might go in a couple years or 3 years. Who knows when we're going to go. But she likes to carry 3, 4, 5 pieces of luggage. I go, how are we supposed to go, on the train to the next train, go into town, walk around, go to our, little cheap, places where we're going to stay. If you're going to carry 3, 4, 5, 7, 20 pieces of luggage. No, just a couple pieces of luggage. But she says, hey, that's how she rolls. And she likes to roll her luggage, by the way. But I like to backpack. So I'm trying to convince her. She's still pretty healthy. And, let's just put a backpack, 3, 4 changes of clothes, some underwear, or, our laptop. That's going to weigh everything down the laptop. Our phones, all our little connections and chargers and stuff. And let's just have a good time. And, of course, a raincoat. And let's just do this. But, she's a little bit stubborn. She's saying, hey, I got to carry my roll. I'm going to be rolling through the Champs-Élysées or downtown Brussels with my little roller and then my side thing. I said, no, let's just carry a backpack. We don't have to carry all that stuff. You don't need to wear a prom dress to have a coffee downtown. You don't have to bring your fancy shoes. Let's just wear our walking shoes and call it good. This has been Jesus Manuel Mena Garza with some luggage ideas, simple ideas, basic ideas, something, if you can't put it in your backpack, don't bring it. At least bring a toothbrush, bring some deodorant so you don't stink so much, and, comb be nice, comb be nice. And maybe a brush and all your different clothes, changes of underwear. And of course, if you're going to Europe, they do have stores down there in case you missed something. I forgot my toothpaste. They do have toothbrushes, apparently in England, definitely in France, absolutely in Germany, okay? So, hope you're doing fantastic. Again, I like backpacking while I still can. I figure I can still do some backpacking until I'm about 80, maybe 85 years old, anywhere I want to go. At least that's what I feel I can do. At this time, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty healthy. I do a lot of walking every day. I go a lot of cycling, and I can even run around. Thankfully. Hope you're doing fantastic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Muchas gracias a todos a ustedes. And don't forget to check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/JMMGarza. And only if you have the time, check out my photographs on my RVTA specific photo page, rvta.myportfolio.com. Gracias. From Fort Worth, Texas, hope you're doing fantastic wherever you're at. Looking forward to doing some traveling, unless something terrible happens to me. You never know. You can't count on the future, but you know, at least you got to start planning for the future and enjoying your life. At least that's my plan. What's your plan? Leave your kind and friendly comments below from, where am I at? Fort Worth, Texas. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye. And ring the bell for future notifications. Gracias. Muchas gracias.